What up? How is everybody doing? We are currently in the middle of some respec, so you guys would have to excuse the mess that is my inventory. How is everybody doing? Welcome. Hope you guys had a fantastic Wednesday. We are currently switching into our medium budget, and with that comes a lot of respecing. We are now switching away from using the bitter dream, and as such we have a generic weapon, generic +1. It has crits. I plan to spend 2 divines on this to get multi-mod craft, and then put on trigger and minion damage, and then get the minion damage enchant. That's my current plan for this weapon, and we'll probably use that until we're ready to get +2, and we're gonna be trying to get an aggressive wand as a +2. So just we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, you know. We're gonna have to when the time comes, we're going to have to I need to put this somewhere. I need to recolor this, put determination here, pull blue, get temper shield in there, yada yada. Generosity. Hello, what am I typing? And I don't think I have precision anyway. I've never used this league. Yeah, I haven't used it. It's a low level gem, so it should be somewhere around here, but do I have the patience to look for it? No. So just to make things a bit clear, I do not, and I have no intentions of Stamper shield on. That trigger kind of scared me. I won't lie to you. Kind of scared me. Spooked me, that's for sure. I don't fully expect for everything to just work, because I still need to replace my amulets, or at least get charisma, and I don't think I plan on getting charisma on this amulet. Fuck me. Jewelers. I have spent all the currency I have, pretty much. Chaos. Jewelers. Where are jeweler orbs? They're going for 2025. Where are jewelers? One in 20 is 10 is 200, right? So 10 is 200. There we go. I love the currency exchange, man. I won't even lie to you. I love it. I need a blue. This go in there. Purity of elements go in here. What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? What did I kick out of here? Like I wanted blue here. I feel like I wanted blue for something. Let me just put this again. What's missing? Nothing is missing. Are all my sockets open? Molten shell automation, yes. Yes. Frostblink, where is Frostblink? It's here. Convocation is also socketed. Shield charge is socketed. Determination is here. Zealotry, precision, generosity. Purity of elements is the standalone. Yeah. So basically my gloves have an empty sock. No, they don't. So this was the purity of elements. Then Frostblink Tempest Shield. Where's Tempest Shield? I currently have Tempest Shield equipped, do I not? Where is Tempest Shield? Here? Here? Where the fuck is it? It should not be this. It should be Zealotry. That is why it's Zealotry. That was confusing me so much. I'm supposed to slot in a Zealotry. Reality is probably easier to just get a blue socket on here. But I kind of just don't because... Okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do that. We're going to do this until 2 blues and 1 green. Tempest Shield. Molten Shell, Automation, Determination, Purity of Elements. Then Zealotry is supposed to go in there. The difference... I can't fit a Zealotry right now. See... Let me slot everything on. There's one more aura. There we go. For me to fit Zealotry, I need to remove Purity of Elements because Purity of Elements is also here. Then it means what I need to do is I need to change my amulets. I need to get an also pricing with Zealotry has no reservation. That's how I actually put in Zealotry into this compilation right now. I can obviously not afford that, so we're not going to go as hard into crits. Precision will be on to give us some more crits, but that's about all. Oh yeah, yay! We popped our thingy. Woohoo! Get the fuck out. Did he repeat? It didn't, right? It didn't look like he did. Okay, Crush Claw is there. I was gonna say, is the Crush Claw still here? Cold Pen. This. Alright. We are practically done with what we needed to do. Yeah, we're done. I will keep my old gear just to be safe, but odds are I will get rid of it soon. This is more old gear I kept just to be safe, but I obviously don't need them. What the fuck is this? Oh, this is leveling gear. Okay, I'm gonna keep you. What of you? You are not. You are just gear. What else is gear I kept just to be safe? These two I figured I might use. You... I don't care about you. Yeah, that's it. It's just that one.
What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to show you
What
how to
the
do
fuck?
a pretty much fully AFK Exile kill. So if you struggle with the final phase...
I was so confused. It's with Discord. I'm like... What is going on? What am I hearing? Yeah, it's Discord. Alright. Arcane is brown. Just going to remove everything here. We have 11, 19, 20, just in case we need either one of those. Odds are we're not going to need it, but in the ring, we don't fully have all the things we need for our Spectre, but we have Feeding Frenzy and Additional Accuracy. Odds are we're going to try to get Bone Chill in there, but not quite yet. one thing I want to make sure, I think Bone Chill is currently leveling in my main hand, but I want to see. There's a space here. What did I want to put as support gems? I know Bone Chill was one of them. I feel like Elemental Army was the other. And I'm not sure I have an Elemental Army aside that 20, so that was a big oversight on my part. Yeah, Elemental Army, Bone Chill. Okay. So we're going to slot in basically an Elemental Army that is not quality though. We could put that 20% in our whatever, but I don't think I want to just straight with 20% quality. So Elemental Army is supposed to be here. Here. Bone Offering just needs to take a chill pill, and I can do this. Come on. Okay. Okay. All right. We are kind of respect, kind of, until at least we're able to fit in and we're able to afford an O's. We can't afford it yet. Not with our liquid currency, at least.
Oh, good.
Eventually, sure. Okay, our offerings are working. Beautiful. Gold, we have gold, but we're trying to get to 88k gold so we can actually fit this. Oh, it feels so good to have this consistently. But yeah, 80k gold is the plan. Once I get there, I'm going to upgrade this to max level. Then we are going to focus on upgrading the ports. That's the current game plan. We have these maps here that were, oh fuck, I forgot the reason I was supposed to go there. I just didn't want to throw away my shit, so
Not bad, not bad.
that's, it's not much, but it's something. All right, moment of truth. We should, in theory, still have, we should have more DPS than when we than before we upgraded, so we should have no issues whatsoever. Defensively, we should also be in a better spot. And then we should also be considering, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pause precision. Precision is not really, I don't really want to upgrade precision right now. And the reason I don't want to upgrade precision, oh god, it feels good to have movement speed. It feels so good to have movement speed. If you're wondering why I didn't have movement speed in the past, is because we were using unique boots that basically had 15% movement speed, and it sucked ass. But we needed it because of the,
I don't care for material things. I'm glad we could come.
but we needed it for the levels to raise Spectre. But now that we're out of it, we just have movement speed. We're also not at optimal like support gem usage because our elemental army and stuff like that is currently level 1. Not elemental army, code pen, this one, this is 2020, so that's fine, but this one is currently 5, so we're kind of missing a support gem or a fully leveled support gem. And our awakened minion damage is also on that level. It's level 2, but I want to prioritize leveling it up.
There's only one fate for the weak, Exile. I have our...
If you think I...
For old time's sake, I'll put you there.
Oh no! Oh, that glitters as gold.
it feels so weird to move and to actually click somewhere and my character moves. But that being said, I should also remove creating from my, because what happened was creating right now is the bandit I got my reward from, so I need to change from creating to error mirror. I'm lagging right now. Thank you, thank you.
Hey, why do you look so familiar?
But yeah, we feel like we got damage.
Some things like defeat. Bye bye. You kill so good. This make any sense to you?
In the meantime, we're going to be leveling up our zealotry just to get to the point where we can actually afford the things I mentioned. In case you're wondering what's my +1 Spectre chest looks like, it's this. I didn't do anything too crazy. I went from PDR and physical damage from it taken as lightning. I should switch from lightning because I end up having less lightning res during maps than at any other time because of the fact that we have, well, right now across elemental weakness, but typically we pick these altars and they reduce resistances even further. So I'm overcapped on lightning res and cold res a bit more than, you know, fire res because I'm running blue altars. And if I had to switch in the future, I would end up switching more to overcapping fire res because Searing Exarch reduces fire and chaos for the most part. So it's about knowing what content you run and overcapping the resistances that would most likely apply to you. But that's, I mean, with Searing Exarch, you shouldn't even really care about it for the most part. Where is it? Where is the, oh, it's up. I think it's up here. Yeah.
This way, Exile. Kill it, Exile, quickly.
Okay, so I no longer need to use Arcanist brand. I can just curse what I want to curse, which is, feels good.
I need more mana.
Nothing good there. If I had to pick, I'll just go for blue. I think blue is still supposed to be slightly more expensive. I'm gonna have to get used to not preloading like Arcanist brand because that's what I used to do. We are also probably going to eventually switch from using 8 minions, 8 Forge Frostbearers, to using 7 as we get a perfect warlord, but I'm not in a rush to get it. I still have endurance charges, but he's good because I would get to save some points off of my tree. I would no longer need to go into this one. I could just put Feasting Fiends on here, then just stick with the large wheel and just get even more nodes there. But then I'll need currency for that because I'll probably craft my own wheel like I did this one. Then what else is there? But yeah, this is currently what we look like. Honestly, it feels good. Like so far it feels good. I have no complaints with the, if you're wondering how much it cost me to craft my chest piece, I got the base for like 1.5 with this. It had decent prefixes, which I was okay with. It had decent prefixes. That,
When I'm ready, and not
oh geez. Decent prefixes, crafted, suffixes cannot be changed into, suffixes cannot be changed. Then I went Oh, prefixes cannot be changed, rather. Oh, wait, I'm going the wrong way. It didn't tell me to, Okay, it didn't tell me to do June, I don't think. Yeah. I didn't make sure it wouldn't halt everything else. For what? All that planning. For what?
I'm afraid the only option.
Artemis, a little more. Go on, do it. You're no stranger to me. No.
You're more savage than any animal. Feel confident in your caging only if you believe the caged will never escape.
Anyways. So yeah, as I was saying, I got the base 1.5 divines. Then I crafted prefixes cannot be changed into a reforged physical to get the physical damage reduction, which you can get on this base type. Armor ES. I intentionally went for armor ES bases. Even for my boot, I think I got armor ES. So I'm trying to get as much armor and ES as I can, so I can actually mitigate some physical damage because of the removal of phase as extra, or a lot of the sources of phase as extra. We still have some, but not much. Like right now, my only phase as extra is coming from my Eldritch Implicit. You'll be my this league surrogate experience. Oh, you can't play the league? What happened? Why not? Build all of this. What up, Kat? How you doing? I just upgraded my Forged Frostbearers into a +1 Spectre chest, non-fractured. So it's not the craziest thing on the planet, but it's pretty good. I like what I got, and it only cost me like 6 divines to craft what I have now.
I get bored easy, Exile. I knew we could see eye to.
I give up the grind. The league is not fun for me. It feels boring. Okay, now that you mentioned that, I have a question. What about the league do you think isn't fun? Is it the actual league mechanic, or is it that you don't feel like you're dropping enough loot?
This way, Exile.
Because I won't say it has been noticed, including, and I noticed this right from day one because I played 24 hours on day one, but loot just isn't dropping as much. It's a mix. Okay, so you're not the biggest fan of the league mechanic. I agree, the mechanic is meh. Okay, so that is 2 people who do not like the mechanic. There are strange things with survivability too. What I would say about survivability, at least in my experience, is I noticed this in day one, but there was something, and I could, and at the time I couldn't put my hand on what it was, but I typically have 0 issues leveling as specters with slave drivers, right? But this league, the slave drivers just kept dying, and I'm like, I league started them last league. I had no issues whatsoever. Yet I'm using them like Act 6, for example. But like this, like slave drivers were just dying. Now, then I just switched to Harry's Watch, who are tanky, and I didn't have as much of a problem with it. But like, it felt like there was either just straight up more damage, which was what made it harder for them to survive, or they nerfed them in particular. And I don't think they didn't touch the Respecter gem. They didn't touch slave drivers specifically, so it couldn't have been that. So I just went with the assumption that they expect us to have higher defenses during the campaign, and as such they increase the damage, so they are now having issues or something. And Cats, what about the league mechanic do you not like? The time management bits, the rewards. What is the feels bad moment part of it for you? Because like for me, I'm enjoying the mechanic, but there's a couple of things that make it awkward. And there are a few ways I combat the feeling, but it doesn't change the fact that naturally this is just how I feel about it.
It was only
You know?
playing. It is jealous. It does not like this place. It
Let's do this. So this is where it is. Okay. Need to keep note of that. It's at basically the north end of the map. It's just slow and nothing happens. I know what you mean. I think when it comes to the league mechanic, right? For me at least, this is the part I think is a pain point for me. I haven't gotten a single good drop from the league mechanic. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy the type of game, this, you know, the whole sim type. I enjoy that, but I haven't felt its impact anywhere else except having to take its nodes. Like, okay, whenever I see a node, it impacts how I approach that map in particular, and I'm fine with that. But like, I haven't felt. Okay, I can't. That's not entirely true. When I was upgrading, this is a tier 3.
Ranks must be earned.
When I was going through the campaign to early maps, it did give me an item, but like other than the few upgrades I got while I was actively playing the, you know, league starts, as in starting the league, I haven't noticed anything. I really haven't noticed anything. It's gamer manipulation and FOMO inducing. The fastest currency is meh. Fastest the exchange. Except the bismuth or one. I don't really feel motivated to get gold just so I can get 3 Valobs. Yeah, and the rune cost on SSF is way too high. Rune cost is way too high, but I don't see a way to grind rune except spamming boats. I agree. One big thing I do not enjoy about this league too, like I have mentioned that I haven't felt the impact of the league other than, like, let's say when I was leveling and I found like one good upgrade from a boat or something, but that's it. I haven't dropped reasonable currency. With the level that my boat is right now and the fact that it takes, let's say, what, 3 hours plus to go to Calgary and back, I would expect a lot more. Like, if I look back at past mechanics, if you farm Affliction for 3 hours, there's no universe where the return you get from the league mechanic itself is whatever it is you're getting from this one.
You surprised me.
There's no universe, so it's not rewarding. B, I don't feel its impact. Like, I click bismuth, I feel that. I like having to gather the ore. I don't mind that. I feel like you said, French, it's FOMO inducing in the sense that if even for a second you don't have enough gold and your shit goes down, you're going to feel like, oh, I need to farm more gold. And it's happened to me multiple times where I'm like, I want to go off, but it's like, oh, the time like that I have left with gold is slightly like off, and by the time I get back, I'm not gonna, you know, whatever. So I just end up choosing to run it on another map and make some gold and try to extend it, and it gets worse the higher you go. I don't understand why the gold costs are as high as they are, but they are outrageously high. What up, Arcane? We're just talking about like experiences with the league and like and talking about like what exactly about the league is not fun for people who don't find it fun. For example, I'm having fun, but I'm having fun because PoE is a good base game, and I like the, it was at North End, I just remembered, and I like the what's what I'm looking for here, the idea of the league mechanic. I like the how it plays out. I don't think it is rewarding enough, and I think it is too. I think the gold costs are overtuned for the league mechanic. The way I rationalize it and make myself feel slightly better about it is they didn't design the league mechanic. Are you having gold problems? No, I'm not having gold problems, but at the same time, I want to upgrade as fast as I can. So I am trying to gather as much gold as I can and be as efficient with the gold as I can be. But like when I go out and I run like, let's say 5 maps, and I get 45k gold, and I slide that into my treasury, and I get like let's say a downtime 8 hours from that 45k, right? Now I have to farm 88k to get my next upgrade. If I don't farm it quick enough, I'm going to need to farm gold to then put into it just to keep it up, and I never for 1 second want it to go down because of the nature of the type of game it is. I don't want it to go down at any point, so it's going to always keep draining the gold as I'm trying to farm for my next upgrade. So I think that is another point of like, that is another pain point in and of itself, where it's like it makes you feel that sense of FOMO where you can't afford to have this go down, otherwise you're literally just not, you're wasting efficiency, is the way it feels. So like, I'm not having gold issues. I play a ton. And that, coupled with the fact that overall loot just drops less, overall is like the driving force behind the league just not being fun to a lot of people. Oh my god, why is here so bloody hot? I'm just going to turn on this small fan for now, because like I'm dying. I'm actually dying. But yeah, we're just talking about it. The currency exchange, how do I feel about it? I feel like the currency exchange is just, I'm not gonna blame GGG for how it's being used currently, at least not entirely, right? The currency exchange on paper is good. It's just in reality, the way it's splitting up the market in a way where the prices of some things in the currency exchange is kind of awkward. Like for example, when you go to try to find scarabs, you can never truly tell the price of scarabs because they're always inflated on currency exchange. Unless, so what I end up doing is I end up going to trade, I see the price they are currently selling it for, and then I try to put a buy order for that price on the currency exchange, and then I get my things slowly. That's what I've been doing, but like that system could be a lot better. You know, it could be a lot more streamlined. Otherwise, there is not a single time I try to get any currency that I think is not being constantly traded, that I don't think, oh, I'm going to be scammed by using the currency exchange on top of the gold cost. And then there's some awkward things with the gold cost where if you're buying a divine, if you're selling a divine, you spend like 200 and something, but if you're selling chaoses to get a divine, you spend like 3,000 gold. So like that, there's some imbalances there where it's the exact same thing, but you know, that kind of thing. Then rune costs are another thing. Like French and Kat said, they are way too high. I don't mind that they are high, but like the cost versus how much we get, it means it's going to be a lot of grinding. Now, like I was saying, the way I see it, right, with the gold consumption via upgrades versus gold acquisition is I see it as they did not plan for us to max it out in 1 week, for example. But that being said, if we are not to max it out in 1 week, then at the levels we are with our ports and our whatever, we should have gotten to the point where we are gaining more resources. But it doesn't feel like the rewards are really scaling all that much. And I feel like there will come a point i.e. when we are actually done upgrading everything and we can just chill and just use all the gold for maintenance and yada yada. I feel like when you get to that point, you are actually going to be comfortable in the sense that now you just have all your farmers do, let's say, one crop that you're going to send all the way to Calgar. Now you send like a batch of like 30,000 with like 8,000 does for the 3x multiplier, or however much it is for the 4x, and then maybe you do that and you are basically guaranteed to get divines back. But like the time investment to get to that point is extreme. I have played for over 50 hours since league starts, and let's go to my King's March. Over 50, like, because I played 24 hours day one. I played over 10 hours like day two. How much time did I play? Outside I played like over 12 hours day two. So, and I've played like consistent at least 9 hours since then, every single day on top. So like I have easily played over 50 hours this league. And in terms of upgrades, I have a level 10, level 11, and then 4, 2, 9, 8. And then this rune splitting bench is like 5 or something. Yeah, I just accept the scam when I use it. Nah, I have this thing in my head where it's like I can't willingly just throw away currency. It's just it goes against my very being. Like most leagues, we can agree the design is good, the application is meh. Yeah, I don't like being the slave of the gold. I like to play for me, not feeding the town. Yes, that is precisely what I'm saying, right? Like, you end up feeling like for example, I'll give, this is the best example I can give. The reason I am currently doing my strategy, i.e. harvest and syndicate, is because syndicate is just like free money when it comes to veiled orbs, and then harvest scales off of quanta and rarity. So I am never someone who likes scaling quanta and rarity. I hate, and I mean this with a passion, I hate nerfing my character's strength to gain, like, let's say loot, for example. I hate taking altars that would reduce, let's say, my character's cold res, and I am now squishier and I could die because of it, or removing my PDR entirely, and now there's a hole in the defensive layer I took time to plan and, you know, create. Now there's a hole that can easily kill me. I don't like that gameplay loop, but I am doing it. Why? Because A, I can get consistent currency via harvest, and B, because it gives me enough gold to where I don't have to worry about it. With my last strategy with Blight, when I was running Blight and I wasn't caring about quant and yada yada, right? Because Blight doesn't care about quant. I tell you, I was making like 3k gold a map, 2k gold a map, and just to sustain the currency, it's like it is mind-boggling. Now, the easy solution is increase the gold gains you get in tier 16, because like there's no reason why they said it wouldn't really be an issue, like the amount of gold you have once you're in the late game, you wouldn't feel it. But the truth of the matter is you feel it. I can't even imagine using Faustus, using gold to respec on Faustus. Like, that's how bad it is. They added that, and I can't imagine spending my gold on that. Like, it just feels like a waste when I literally have this ticking time bomb that as I'm talking now, explaining the problems, it is ticking down. Like, literally that, you know. And I could remove all the gold and you know, shut off King's March. And if I really wanted to, I could do that. Like, I have enough resources from King's March. I could shut it off and just focus on upgrading it. That might honestly be a better strategy on how to interact with the. It might be the better strategy for a healthier way to interact with the league mechanic for, you know, more casual players than me, because like I'm not a casual player. Like I said, I've already played over 50 hours, 60 hours, and this game came out on Friday. You know, the league came out Friday. I'm over 50 hours in. So like, even this progress, I can imagine what the average player who's playing 2-3 hours a week feels like when I have 1 hour left. All the gold I have grinded since I side stream or whatever, I have like, okay, I was grinding for the upgrade, so I can actually afford it. Let me go do it. But anyways, all the gold I have, how much did I have when I started? I think I had like 70k when I started, give or take. Let's say I had 70k. That means I've made 15k gold. If I were to make 15k gold, and now we're maxed. Now look at this. I'm gonna put this at 15k if I can. So this is like 11k. Right now, it's gonna keep me for 4 hours. Now, like I said, I have no life state. My gear can handle the content I'm doing. I'm not dying. I'm leveling up, as we can see. I'm chilling. I'm in a spot where I can chill. But the amount of time I have invested into the league to get to this point, if you're playing 3 hours a day and you are constantly losing gold to this thing, I don't see how you get here with like you might spend like every month, like a full month, to get even remotely close to where I am now, just because you are constantly losing gold. You spend the 2-3 hours trying to farm gold, you put it so your town doesn't go off while you're gone, and then you start looking at upgrades. But before you get there, you have to go off for the night. You come back tomorrow, all that gold is gone. You have to farm it again so the town doesn't go off, and then you have to try to grind up for your next upgrade. This is the problem with the gameplay loop. I think the salaries are too high, or I think our gold income is too low. It's one or the other. Like I said, the reason I can't imagine using gold for this, because this just feels like a waste. Look at this shit. If I can't afford to respec, it costs 16k gold. 16k for one point. The 1 point. Do you know how long it takes me to get this 16k? This is at least 2 maps, and that's with my quant and juicing. Without the quant and juicing, and for people who have a lower budget, you're looking at let's say 4 maps, because I think it will take my blight strategy like 4 maps, 5 maps to get to this point. Oh my goodness, can y'all just shut up?
Have half our dinar reserves.
Please. Okay, y'all have that. I would rather hear the trickling of blood than that right now. It's throwing me off my train of thoughts. Anyways, your build is looking good. Thank you. Sorry, I'm just catching up with chat. I like to rant, and the rant is not letting me fully read chat all the way. Yeah, I start to feel the repetition taking a toll on me. The currency exchange is so badly done. It's not ergonomic. You don't know if you are filling an order or making an order. I don't know there is a price. I wish what I wish is it with the currency exchange is if I'm trying to place a buy order, I should be able to place a sell order. This is what it looks like. Oh no. Where's my chart? Okay, there it is. This is what it looks like when I make a trade. I'm like, okay, I want to buy Harvest Scarabs of Dublin, for example, and I have Chaos Orbs to spend. I look at it, it's like 1 in 14. This is the highest somebody's really has an order for to sell it, but that obviously is not the best price for me. So then I have to come over here, click Chaos Orb, and that switches it, and it shows me what people are actually, what the buy orders are that I am actually competing with. And then I have to switch it again to say, oh, it's 1 in 12. Okay, so if I want to buy this in quick time, I have to put 1 in 13. But you can't, there's nothing when you come here initially that tells you, oh, your competition is putting it at 1 in 13. And that, I think, is a problem. That is one of the bigger problems here. It should show you what I would expect the market ratio to be is your competition. And like, you could even do it where there are like 2 different options, like where you see like the people you're competing with and then the people you are buying from or whatever. You can have like 2 different ratios here, and it just needs to be explained. But like, this is an awkward way to do it. But overall, the currency exchange, I like it because it allows you to quickly buy some things. Like when I was crafting my chess piece. By the way, Arcane, I did my chess piece. So this is what we currently are looking at. You know, number of specters, armor ES, max life. Then we rolled for PDR, and then we just crafted lightning chaos res, and then we slammed and we got stun and block recovery. But that's the chess piece right there. So what was I saying? So someone who plays the game more casually cannot afford the current wage costs that are there. And the worst part is, at least for me, is I am still upgrading. I do not have my max people. I do not have max tier 10 workers or yada yada. I don't have that, right? And because I do not have this, it means it is going to get worse. It is going to drain it even more for me. All right? Now, if it's going to drain even more from me and I already feel this pressure with how much gold we gain and yada yada, I can only imagine how much I would have to play to actually maintain that. The only way I can see this being like not this is the way I see myself not minding. I grind to the point where I have like 2-3 days worth of time on my town, and then I don't think about it. I just play the game, and then once in a while, because I'm not upgrading, I'm done upgrading, everything is maxed out, I just go to King's March, or I just talk to the King's Hand and I send them gold, and then I keep doing what I'm doing because I'm enjoying playing the game. Why do I still have day 2 in on my YouTube channel? This is way past day 2, my guy. Okay, I just realized my YouTube stream title had day 2 in it. But yeah, I think overall gold income needs to either go up, which may not be what they want because of bots and the other uses of gold cost. Oh, so then the alternative is with Settlers of Kalgur, its gold cost needs to go down. Or, and here's a good middle ground in my opinion, they could also make it that your ships, as well as like, let's even just skip it ships right now, your ships, when they return, they give you gold alongside the reward. Like you just gain gold back. So then you can, once you upgrade the ships and you're getting the max amount of money you can get from them, your gold starts evening out to where it is self-sustaining your town, or even giving you some gold back to then spend on the town for your upgrades. If this was how they did it, I don't think there'd be any issues, or the friction, not any friction, the friction would be a lot less. That's what I would say. The friction would be way less than it is now with the current system we have. It's not ergonomic. You don't know if you don't. I have maxed my farm to feed my ports, divine back, or gets pirated. If adding removing gold is a chore, the time, and don't forget your game knowledge. I bought in 3 days. We can't see me playing the league more than 2 weeks. And more important, where is Gwen? Where is Gwen? Like Gwenen from Expedition, or which Gwen? Yeah, I like to believe I have decent game knowledge, so the amount of currency I have been able to spend to get to this level of power is minimal, right? Case in point, my chess piece, I crafted this for like 6 divines. The average newer player wouldn't know how to craft this to get, you know, this much power from the chess piece. They might be better off even getting a 6-link replica covenant, because that would be the best option for them. You know, my rings, I leveled up my gems myself. I'm still leveling some here to then put into the ring. If you were to buy it, you're spending like 70 chaos, which is a lot of money in this economy. It is a ton of money. My gloves, I didn't do anything here. I think I just bought it. It doesn't even have life. It's due for a replacement, but I'm not bothering with it here. This one, I spent more money than I needed to spend. That's fine. This one was cheap. This one was like 2 divines or 1 divine. It was stupid cheap for what I was getting. I'm like, there's no universe where I don't buy this. And then this one was also cheap. This was like, how much did I buy you today? 1 divine, I think. I think thereabouts. The crew has been recasted except Gwenen. Where is Gwenen? Rog is disenchanting. Tsuyen is at the boat. Danik is here. Gwenen is nowhere to be found. Like there's Isla before there's Tsuyen. I mean before there's Gwenen. You know, I'm just now noticing it. Because I barely interact with Gwenen when it comes to expedition. I'm always like Tsuyen Rog. I'm trying my best not to see Gwenen. Like I'm pretending she doesn't even exist. So like I didn't even notice she wasn't here. But that's funny. That's actually funny. But yeah, all of these pain points when it comes to the league mechanic, coupled with the fact that the base game overall in the base PoE right now, I don't know what it is. I don't know if there was a problem or if it's a bug or if this is just intended or if this is how the base game has been should be without necropolis or without affliction, but like loot isn't dropping. I knew it was bad when I finished my 24-hour stream. I went to sleep for like 3-4 hours. I logged back on and I played a bit. I went to eat, came back, played some more, didn't stream that night, but I played until like 2 a.m. Was it 2 a.m? Yeah, until like 2 a.m. Then I slept again. And then I played for the whole of Sunday. Like basically from like 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. I was playing this game. And I came out with like 2 divines. Now, at the time I said, you know what? Maybe it's me. Maybe my strategy is shit. Maybe it's because I'm still progressing through the Atlas and I'm not really focusing on farming. But I said for a fact that I was going to try to farm on Sunday. I started using my second tree on Sunday. So like, it didn't make sense to me why I only had like 2 divines to show for it. Now, granted, I hadn't liquidated all my currency, but when I liquidated it, it would end up being like 3-4 divines. That for an opening weekend when you play for over 30-something hours seems a bit small for just playing. Because there should be, in theory, you should be able to alch and go and not sweat it. You should be able to alch and go and sustain your currency. You shouldn't have any issues. Right now, I still don't get enough chisels. I'm not using a strategy where I'm hiding chisels. My loot filter shows chisels, but I don't get enough. This is all I got from 4 or 5 maps. And in those 4 or 5 maps, you know how many chisels I used to get them to 20% quality? If we price check chisels, you see they're like a chaos. Like each one is like 1.4 chaoses. It's insane. I have never seen chisels this bad. It's so bad that I am honestly considering creating a tree that has Kyrak. Why? Or even using my day 1 tree. Why am I thinking of doing this? Because when you finish a map and you get your Kyrak missions, you can get points from Kyrak. You can get chisels from Kyrak, right? But you can only buy 1 stack. But you can reset this by just doing, well, nothing good for me, by just doing this. Because you have a Kyrak mission, you just do this. And then you do this. And now you can buy chisels. Like, I'm genuinely thinking of keeping my Kyrak tree just so I can or at least adding it to my main strategy so I can afford to do that with his missions. I didn't think I would get to the point where I had to do this, but like I can't. Without rare chisels, or like you kind of had to do that, you know. It's not even optional. You kind of just have to do it. Not only chisels but maps too. I have a feeling that everything is intended to be played with scarabs for everything. With maps, I complained about the same thing earlier in the season where I fully spec'd into scarabs. My first tree, I think I put it on like 3. This one, it was focused on maps, and it was focused on scarabs. It had like maps, it had scarabs, and the only mechanic that was there, if I remember correctly, was like I was trying to get as many scarabs as I could while farming as many maps as I could. It was blight. It was blight, and I wanted map drops to be insane. Like basically I wanted to drop a shit ton of maps, and the reason I wanted to drop a shit ton of maps was because of this node right here that would make it so when you have the buff, your maps have a chance to drop as blighted maps. But I shit you not, I played scores of maps, like literally like 40-60 maps with this node doing blight, and I would literally finish the blight, the 60 seconds start counting for the buff. I would dump everything I'm going, and keep in mind I was fully invested in maps. I had this, 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 I had this. I wasn't qualitating it up, but I had all of this. I had this. I would dump the loot. I wouldn't touch anything because I only had 60 seconds. I would run around, I would kill things, and I wouldn't drop a single map. And this one has a chance to even convert it. So on the off chance that I even dropped a map, it would typically not be converted. I only ever once, like in one map, saw this proc. One map out of like 40, 60. One single map did I see this work. And keep in mind, this doesn't affect the chests of blight that typically drop blighted maps. I was pained to find out that when you have that buff and you click on the chest, it still drops as blighted, not blight ravaged. So like it has to be naturally dropped maps. I also tried it with two cartography scarabs where one increased the amount of maps dropped by like 10% per modifier affecting your map, and then the other one was it adds like 8 to 12 packs of mobs that have 300% increase chance, more difficult mobs, right? And then so I did this. I would finish it and I would run in those maps. Like I tried, I think just 2 maps because I couldn't afford the cartography scarabs, but I wanted to see if it made a difference. I still did not drop the blighted maps. So yeah, map drops are at an all-time low too. Like it's wild. But I will say my current Atlas tree, the betrayal harvest one, which is one I'm currently hovering now, it actually gives me enough maps to sustain. Like if you look at this, I'm on my last toxic sewer, but I have like 5 more rolled up, and once these are done, I'm going to ping pong with City Square. And City Square, I have 9 right now. In the next 6 maps, I'm going to drop more of these. I should have over 15. I'm going to run 15 of them and then switch again to toxic sewers. That's basically how I have been playing. Have you seen the Rogue Exile strategy? No, I have not. Care to share? What is the Rogue Exile strategy? I also considered Rogue Exiles, to be honest, but I considered Rogue Exiles in the form of farming scarabs. I even put together a tree. I don't know if I was on stream yesterday, if it was after stream. I think what might have been after stream. At this point, I expect something to be bugged. It's possible. It's possible something is bugged, or it's possible that quant. I never played MS. I'm not going to say quant, but it's possible that what am I thinking? It is very possible that this is just the base game where we are not used to, because we always had layers on top of it, like affliction, which made mobs generally more rewarding depending on the modifiers you give them, or not affliction, that's necropolis. Affliction that gave them wisps, which made them more rewarding. It could be that this was always the base game and those mechanics just hid this from us, you know. And now that we don't have a mechanic that's actively like making mobs more juiced, this is what we see. It's possible. Milky has a video on it. It's pretty sick. Let's look for this strategy. Didn't I go to town? Oh, I didn't go to town. I was like, I'm hearing the sound again. Why am I hearing the sound again? Milky BK POE. Farming everything with Rogue Exiles.
Yo guys, welcome to the video. This is Josh or Milky, and another day, another video for Path of Exile. We're well into the swing of things now. So we're gonna One
thing I will say, like looking at this video, I'm not going to do it, and the reason I'm not going to is it uses these scarabs, and whatever the prices of these scarabs were, it's not that price anymore.
Over a currency strat today that I've been doing at T60.
I think gold is taking a lot of space in the loot table. I've heard that conspiracy theory go around, and it's possible. I'm not going to say it's not. It's definitely possible. Like, I wouldn't put it past, I guess, GGG. But I would say, if it is, then the extent of which it is stopping other drops is unintended. And if that is the case, they are going to release a fix.
It's a lot of fun. Good money. I didn't track this one. I never intended to make this kind of like a recorded strat or anything, so there isn't a spreadsheet with the recorded results, but I have had a lot of success with it. Today, you can see I've upgraded my character massively. If you see yesterday's video, pretty much everything's changed. My character is blasting now. And that's a lot of the currency come from this strategy.
Like Empyrean,
so we're gonna start
Empyrean, who has a team do nothing but no life the game on league starts. All they do is no life the game. Like they played ridiculous amount of hours. They have people who all they do for that entire weekend is trade the items that the mapping team actually finds. A full team of like, let's say 10 people. All they made this weekend is 6 mirrors compared to their usual how many mirrors would I say is even their usual? I think in Affliction by day 3 they had how many mirrors? Over 20-30 mirrors easy, maybe more, because I know they were like broken strats then. I don't really remember the numbers.
It's basically Rogue
but it's
Exiles.
insane.
You might be thinking, you know, Rogue Exiles. I will say in advance this is very tough. We are messing around with Rogue Exiles and they are very, very tough because we've got them ghosted as well because of the Exile
holy shit, they will fuck you up. You have them tormented. The strategy I was thinking of was to use Rogue Exiles and just a full tree that has nothing but scarabs and maps spec'd into it. And the idea there was just keep dropping maps, keep dropping maps. You should be able to get a good number of T17s, and you should be able to get a good number of scarabs. That was the entirety of the plan. And then I guess scale this too. And whenever you killed Rogue Exiles, it just be bonus loot, you know. Especially with the scarab node that makes it so unique enemies have increased chance to drop scarabs and yada yada. So like that was kind of the plan.
Node. See the trees a bit.
Let me see. No life and team-based gaming. Like in that story, 25% of equipment is converted to gold. 12 guild teams, 50 of the bug. Just the price of the Exile shows something is wrong compared to every other league. Compared to like, you mean like Exalt orbs? How much are Exalt orbs going for? I don't think they are expensive. And Exalt orbs aren't typically expensive. It's 15 chaos. Or do you mean divines? Because like chaos orbs replaced divines a long time ago.
Sketchy. But it is, to my knowledge, pathed correctly, although it does look a bit weird. I'm messing around with June at the moment. I have tried out multiple different things with this strategy. But what am I going for? Why does this tree exist? And basically it's because of this new scarab, the Titanic Scarab of Treasures. Unique monsters in area have 2 additional rewards. Unique monsters in area have 30%.
Let me just check real quick.
Toughness. What this means is much like when you clear a legion and the mob has an icon above its head, kind of like a chaos orb or something like that, it has a loot tile. This gives every unique mob in the map.
What's the title?
Loot tiles.
What does it even look like?
Also do Glacier. So this map right here, I've spoke about this one in my ritual strat. We'll do a map playthrough to show it.
It's currently 5C.
Right?
Okay, it's not bad.
But basically, Glacier has a unique interaction at the end of the map where there are tons of unique mobs surrounding the boss. So we'll see if we can get a good showcase of that in this one.
Oh yeah, not about the Glacier when they're like 5 goats that drop.
So you can get a good demonstration of how exactly that works. Essentially, it turns the Exile into a big Patloshka doll, and it starts like spitting out smaller exiles as it dies. So these the June that I'm using, it does obviously give the guys loot tiles as well. You can see them above their head, and you end up getting loot once you finish them off. So this guy is a big one. He's going to turn into another like 4 rogue.
Dropping this much currency in this league is insane. Like this is what I would expect from like if a stack of chests in blighted map or blight ravage.
Another 2.
Well, blighted, I guess.
All this loot here, and you can see it's quite a variety of loot, which is not the best if you're not someone if you're someone who doesn't like to trade. You will have to do a bit of trading with this strat. You do get a big variety of loot. It's not like you're just getting like harvest life force, right? Harvest is the best for that because you just farm one thing. It's super easy to sell. This isn't quite that. You've got a lot of different things.
I'm also
So
thinking that
very-
might unspec of out of harvest simply because it feels like there are many people doing it. So now the prices are going up or down
very
rather.
good to like do this for a lot of maps, so you can get a lot of bulk of these things. I'll show my stash
Yeah,
afterwards.
this
kind of like what I've been
this
getting,
looks like
and my plans. For
this
stuff.
this looks like your stash would remind you of blighted, like people who did blighted maps or blight ravage maps.
On it all. You can see we get a lot of scarabs as well because we've got the node that gives you unique mobs a 200% increased chance for scarabs. So a ton of scarabs coming from this drop. I had no scarabs at the start of today because I liquidated them all. And now I'm up to, I think the stash value says about 15 div, but that's without any bulk. So we've got a decent amount of scarabs. Oh, and we actually got something I did want to talk about. So this crimson ore right here, 4 unique mobs spawn around it, and they all get these unique tiles. So you can see the loot that they drop. Very, very nice. You're going to get this, probably, it's like 1 in every 5 maps, right? There are 5 different encounters. Most of the time, on average, you're going to get it 1 in every 5.
No, it's like,
and there is
it's like
obviously
2
that 1 in
3 out of
20
every.
chance because of the ruckus node on the
It's like 2 or 3 out of every 5 because this node in particular is very common in comparison. Yeah, that's why I linked it. More like Legion with loot tiles. I do like the rewards on their head. Like it's pretty, but like honestly, I would say it's very reminiscent of Blighted. I guess Legion also has the same thing too. But yeah, like with Blighted maps, once you get like a currency chest, you open it, you get stuff like that. Same thing with like the oil area too, I guess.
You get like 20 rogue exile.
One very funny thing about my current character is you would think that with all the blight I have done, I would be swimming in like my anoint. I wouldn't be sweating trying to put anoint. I haven't done it. My amulet currently still isn't anointed.
When you get that map, you really do pop off. But we are getting to the boss here. Let's go in and look at that. All these unique mobs, tons of unique tiles. It's just free, isn't it? I mean, it definitely adds up. You see, the map was quite fast, actually. If you got a good build and you can go pretty fast, this doesn't take long at all.
No, but
Just
if you
blast
don't,
everything down,
you will sleep
pick
on
everything
each
up and
enemy.
just go. If you want the loot filter, it will be linked in the description. This is now a custom loot filter. It is quite end game, so if you make sure you press Alt if you kill a boss, like an out of map boss. But yeah, that'll be linked below. So you see the example of the map, pretty quick, not too difficult, but can be if you get the wrong map mods. And basically the loot comes in all different shapes and sizes. We've got a lot of currency, stack decks are a big part of it. We've got scarabs that are obviously going to add up over time if you do enough of the maps. I've been just dump tabbing jewels, selling them all, 25C, 26C all day. They've just been flying off every now and again. Lovely. You also get a lot of fractured items, like this one here that I forgot to ID. A lot of synthesis items that you get. A couple of those have sold. Yeah, it all adds up, doesn't it? So we'll go over the tree real quick and like the alternate thing that I was
Oh
doing.
look, it's Valin.
Sheet. Let me just dump everything. You can see I'm up to 306 stack decks from doing this. Scarab tabs looking pretty decent. I think I've done about 30 maps of this. So this is 30 maps worth of scarabs, 30 maps worth of stack decks,
Not bad.
30 maps worth of fossils, 30 maps worth of essences. So you see it's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know the exact returns per hour because I didn't track it.
You know, it's ironic considering this is what this league's farming looks like, and then you compare this to like previous leagues, and it's like imagine your past self saw this being the peak farming you could engage with. Like imagine you in Affliction saw this. Like, do you remember expensive essences were in Affliction? They were insane. They were nuts. Everybody was eating good in Affliction. Like, look at this. Look at essences right now. This is still, I mean, granted, this is still league starts, but like this is like almost a week. People are crafting with essences. There is no shrieking essence that's above 2 chaos. Not a single one on Ninja, at least. Not a single one is above 2 chaos. If we take this back to, let's say, Necropolis, can we set a time? I don't think we can set a time. But like if we look at Shriekings, what was the most expensive one? I guess it was 2 chaos, but this was, I think, at the end of it. If we open Envy, which I think it should be the more expensive one. You see, like league started was 3-3-3-3, then it's eventually like a month later dropped to 2, and like the league kept going, and it's not that super. There is not a single one that is worth 3 chaos right now, and I find that very interesting. That being said, essences is probably still good money. It is probably still good money, especially if you're one of the few people who are actually corrupting their essences, because I know current essence strategies, you just don't want to corrupt it because you take a node on your tree that makes corrupting it awkward. I think it's this one. Yeah, it replaces all essences with one of the, it makes it awkward. So all right, French, good night. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Appreciate the conversation. But yeah, let's finish the video.
Yeah, well, you see the picture. Now, if we come on over to my trusty old spreadsheet, if I can find it, I have it open in.
I thought you said no, there was no
tabs open.
There was no spreadsheets.
If you ever want to see what I'm up to, what I'm farming, it's here. What I've run so far. Rogue Exile's current. Now, I did try this with the Blight setup, so I'll put in both versions of the tree, the one that I'm using in game and this one. As for which is better, I've only done a few of the June versions. I did like this Blight one because what happens is this Blight spawn node makes it so all the mobs that spawn from a specific lane become unique mobs, which they get the reward tiles, and then at the end of the Blight, all the loot tiles come from the pump. So you do get a lot, but again, very, very difficult to do. So if you can do that, it's very good. It does take a little bit more time, but you get a decent amount of loot from the pump at the end. But that's it. The tree's fairly straightforward. It's just stacking as many unique mobs, significant troves for more scarabs, ruckus for that 8%
That's this one, right?
Monster
2 additional rewards.
And, Exile will to get them all ghosted.
And toughness is just damage reduction, if I remember correctly.
Now, just to finish off the video, I guess we'll talk about some of the discoveries I've made today in terms of the league mechanic. I said in yesterday's video I was going to try focus on upgrading Ryburn Fell. You can see I've upgraded this since then, and now they want an awful lot of stuff from me. You can see they wanted 47,000 bismuth, 21,000 verisium, 180,000 orichalcum. So it is starting to get a bit difficult. You see, I got a divine from this one, lovely jubbly. I'll take that all day. A lot of tattoos as well. It is starting to seem a bit better for me. So this idea that doing all the quotas improves the rewards definitely seems to be holding strong a little bit. So I'm going to keep working on upgrading each of the quotas.
I see this and I think, do you know how much time he has spent on it already? Like 47k bismuth, 21k verisium. Now granted, you divide by 5 with ore, so like the verisium in reality is like if my math is mathing right now, it's like a bit over 4k. But like it's not the end of the world, but it's verisium, right? The bismuth is like 10k. Now granted, these are things that I currently have, but it's not things that I have to just throw away. Now he I think is done with his, I think he's done with everything, including like he's done with every single thing that he needs to upgrade in his town. So like that's chill. He can do it because he has nothing else to use the resources for. So it's just that, why not? And that is the point where I think the league mechanic becomes rewarding for like everyone else, including like, for example, you and I. When I say you and I, but I know I'm a no lifer and I play the game probably more than the average person, but like I am not there yet. So we are the same in that regard. I think when you get to the point where you don't need to worry about like resources for your buildings or yada yada, then it becomes more rewarding. And I think one thing I will say going forward with league mechanics is I hope GGG learn from this, in the sense of a league mechanic has to be A, fun, which it is, and B, it needs to be rewarding at the start. It doesn't need to start on day one is giving you mirrors and whatnot, right? It doesn't need to do that, but it needs to have good consistent reward. But like I don't see how I spend I don't see how I spend 3 hours sending a shipment to like Calgore, for example, with food, and all I get is like 2 chaoses. Oh god. I'm being spammed.
Well, look who it is.
Is that all? Okay. The spam isn't that bad. There we go. There we go. This is 28 now. I have a headache. But yeah, let's actually continue mapping because we've gone on quite the tangent that I didn't think I was going to today. But we've spoken about. Yo, okay. I mean, 28 is fine. I don't care too much. I'm not gonna raise it up again. It means tomes. It means tomes in general are just, they don't drop often or as much as people like, so we have to just keep buying, which is good for us, obviously.
Life is short, dear.
One good thing about scaling precision in this build is that you don't need to worry nearly as much about accuracy for your sentient specters, or transient rather.
My.
I feel fast.
I have to go looking for my funny word. Camaria. This is a lie. Crude choice.
Okay, I have my safe house now. I just need one map. This is Gravicious. What is Gravicious doing here? Alright, this is probably going to be the last map before I can run safe house, so let's see if we get a veiled up finally, and let's see if the veiled up prices are going up, because I expect them to go up, but with the amount of people currently crafting and the price of everything, it will go this way. I thought there was something going on there that I wasn't seeing. Does this have cooldown reduction in any way? No. And they are hexproof, are they?
I spent every moment behind those bars, picturing what I'd do.
My new god appreciates.
Oh, that planet! What?
For what? Gravicious, get in there.
Oh, no.
Now that Gravicious is in, I don't care who else is there.
I can appreciate it.
Tora is the worst person to be where she is. I don't know why she is where she is, but she's there.
Find Exile.
But yeah, I think those are the awkward points, or the biggest pain points people are currently experiencing with the league, and it's definitely understandable. I mean, because like I'm in no life and I'm feeling it. It is quite rough. Ooh, I love my movement speed right now. I love it.
Don't you see?
After not having movement speed for the longest time, this feels like heaven.
Pray.
Extinguish me.
Especially when it's not coming at a damage nerf or anything of the sort.
Heat rises.
All part of the cycle. Today you rise. A species' survival is only truly tested when its environment.
I want to send you here.
Then kill me.
I'm glad.
It doesn't really matter which one. What is this lag?
You're early. No matter. Loose threads must be severed.
Let's see.
Is this Vorici?
An honorable kill, Vorici.
Oh, how uncivilized.
The ultimate disgrace.
Yes, it is.
If you think I'm going to say.
Who's that? Death's the only. A weak desert. I've seen your strength. Take from me what you.
I would have arrested someone there to get more intelligence, but the problem with that right now is there isn't really anything I can do in terms of like that's the last encounter before I run June or the whatever, so it's kind of pointless.
This way, Exile. Kill it, Exile. Quickly.
Now that we're at this investment point, should we try a tier 17? I feel like we can. It might be rougher, but it's worth trying, I think. I think we have the damage for it at least. The question is, do we have the defenses for it? What the hell? That would ultimately be the question. We have some PDR, we have some converts to lightning. We're not obviously not going to be debuffing ourselves. We just need to get a tier 17 that's rolled to something we can handle. I do think I would prefer more phase damage reduction, but I don't think I can get too much more without gimping my character. I already have a decent chunk of armor. Best thing I can upgrade right now is my glove. I can maybe find basically just more armor. I already have PDR from my endurance charges, so there's some flat PDR that is just not ignorable unless you use like overwhelm. But I think for the most part they removed a lot of overwhelm to even begin with, and now it's just chance to ignore PDR. So what can kill me in a tier 17 map is the question. My chaos res is alright. It's not capped. That can kill me. Critical hits can kill me. Crits are like probably going to be the biggest thing for me. I can't run crit maps. Even if I was crit immune, I don't think I can run crit maps per se until I get my perfect warlord. And the reason being, my minions can't survive crits. They will die. Like all those juice T17 crits, nah, it won't work. I liquidated all my scarabs and had up to 15 divine liquid. Then I spent 10 on a new. Oh damn! On a new claw. How long did it take you to grind that?
It's the Forbidden Vault. I too am.
It's like I know scarabs are crazy right now.
Mortal. Give in, Jun. No. My family. Feel death's grip. Darkness.
Get the endurance charges. Yeah, I have endurance charges already. I do plan on getting like a warlord eventually, which would reduce my DPS, but it's the plan.
I'm going to kill you.
I think I want to get my alls uprising before I get the perfect warlord, just so they are now spec more into crits. And I think I'm gonna go spirit offering with like non-juiced content, and then when I go for like T17s, I'll go block like bone offering. But like I think being able to use what's its face. It was all my scare-ups since league start, basically. It sold for 8.2. I should price check my scare-up tab. Maybe that's why Wealthy Exile was saying you have 15 divs. If you think about it, it wasn't wrong.
The syndicate is immortal. Do you think this will end any differently? Without you,
Oh, we've gotten so much damage since I did this last time.
But you will not be missed. Your soul burns for me.
Like, we've gotten so much more damage.
You're no immortal. You're a thief. You are owed a warrior's debt, but the needs of the cause.
I don't even know who spawned. Okay, it was this person.
I take no pleasure in it. Your soul burns for me. Let our souls become entwined.
It's you.
Must persevere. How many did you
Smash.
to your molten god, Redblade? Yours is one.
All right, we're gonna try a T17. I used TFT for it. I know last time I checked, TFT was 100%. They were selling, they were buying scare ups for.
Your hopeless cause will destroy you.
My cause fuels me.
I had high hopes for you, Riker. Of everyone, I thought you would see what we could achieve.
Last time I tried to use, oh yeah, I remember what happened. I tried to use bulk and it just didn't work.
I need more mana.
Your soul burns for me.
Like, I think the 2 was having a seizure or something.
Don't do this, Exile. Stop. I can bring them back. Still join us.
I've done a couple so far. I use it to farm T16 maps, roll for high percent on maps. Okay, T17 is a lot chiller. Okay. Queen's Hunger, is it worth any money? Not really. Can I get any unveils, special unveils for it? No. Maybe. We'll see. So who was important here? Gravicious was important. Ashlyn is throw away. I don't care. Where Gravicious, come to me. Give me something good. It's sad that divination scare-ups aren't even that good anymore. What are the best scare-ups to look for? I should check. Ninja, PoE Ninja, Cutlass scare-ups. We have Horn scare-ups and Ambush scare-ups. Ambush scare-ups. Who drops Ambush? Isn't it Haku? It's Haku, right? Oh shit, it's Haku. So Haku should take the place of what's his face? Gravicious. Okay, let me update this cheat sheet with stuff from this, from what I can see here. PoE. Where on earth is this? I was so sure I had a what's it called? Is this it? What the fuck am I looking at? Nope, that is most definitely not it. I have it somewhere if I can just find it. There we go. Syndicate custom. No. Duplicate tab. Take me back to the video I was watching, please. All right. So based off of where is Ninja? Did I close Ninja or did I use it to search? So based off of ninja, let's just come up with a new tier list. You become green. Ultimatum is also pretty high. Ultimatum is Gravicious, right? No, it's someone weird. Ultimatum. It's on red. No. There we go. It's Leo. Leo is not good in intervention. So these two we want to get to intervention. Let's turn everyone who is not like a different breed white, so I don't forget who I haven't seen. All the reds turn white. Unless you have a reason to be green, which for the most part, y'all don't. So Leo, Tora, Janus, Haku have a reason to be where they are. Right? Is there anybody I'm forgetting? Jorgen and Bestiary, you turn white. You turn white. You turn white. 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 Okay. So let's start from the top. Ambush is Haku. Ultimatum is Leo. Domination. Is there a domination guy here? No domination guy anywhere. Beyond ritual. I guess this is kind of, but like there isn't any domination guy. Okay. Blight is expensive AF. Okay, no. These are already not that expensive, but they are decent. So we're gonna go from greens to yellow. Who drops Blights? Rika is yellow. Harvest is yellow. But I mean, I like Harvest. I need to do more of a reaching research, because I do Harvest, right? Essence is yellow. Essence is you. So you're yellow. You're yellow. And then who's green again? Ultimatum. Yellow. Everyone else is green. Is red. Sulfites has one that is low confidence, but is it that fled is also, where's it that fled? Is also yellow in breach. So 10C is the 10C to like 25C is the yellow range. Now none of these guys just drop. Oh, Titanic Scarabs might. Now there's no expensive Titanic Scarabs, but I want Titanic Scarabs. I'm going to put Orion in yellow. So yellow, 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 green, green. So the people we care about kind of, or the people we really care about, Haku and Janus. These two going to, and Gravicious is yellow. In fact, white. Anything that isn't above 10C is not yellow. I'm sorry. Essence just has to be. You go in transportation, so nah, doesn't matter. Then it that fled. Breach is not yellow, it's white. So we only care about Haku, Janus, Leo as the intervention. The primary Janus is research, not intervention. So Haku, Leo as the intervention. Then Janus, Tora, Vorici in research. Those are the only positions we care about. If we want to be if we want to be crazy, we can put Hillock in transportation, but that's about it. Give me a second, real quick. Okay, I'm back. All right, so this is, I think we can be happy with this. I don't remember how to save. Oh, I did. Okay. Show in folder. Edits. Delete. Downloads this guy. And then move you all the way over here. All right. So now turn off edit and we can see Haku, Janus, Leo, Tora. I don't people care about. Tora I'm not going to forget, but Leo and Janus will take a while to get used to. We no longer care about Gravicious. And I don't even know what Leo and... I know what Janus's room kind of looks like. I think this is Janus's room. I don't know Leo. I really don't know Leo. Yeah, no, I can't help you on Leo. I don't know. Oh, nice. Skittering, sure. Okay. Let's go to filter blade and let's remove these guys. Incubators. Tier 4, hide. Tier 3. I'm going to move diviners to the next level as well as maybe fossilized. But I do want to see them. Skittering is fine and essences are fine. Or better still, I could just remove everything else. I don't want it to bait me into thinking, oh, this is an insane one. Like it's not, it's fine, but it's not insane. So let's remove all the ones we don't care about. Celestial Armor Smiths, no one gives a fuck about. Mysterious now. Otherworldly. Maybe Otherworldly I can consider. I want the high level corrupted gem or value gem, usually 21. Okay, I can leave that. Kalguran. Okay, these are fine. Export to PoE, save and sync. None of these should appear on the new filter. This is Tora. I don't think I put you in research. I couldn't put you in research, no. This is Vorici. So I got some Harvest Scarabs of Dublin. I really need to focus on Vorici in research. Because I really like them. And this is, I don't know who that is, but it's not Hillock. Alright, so T-17s are a lot chiller in damage and HP like notable. It's quite nice. I've done soon. Yeah, I've read that. So we're going to do something. We're going to try T-17 for the first time this league. We have everything here, so we're just going to do... What are we gonna do? Doesn't matter. We also have everything here. Let me turn display capture back on just in case I decide to show you all something and I don't want to end up being in a situation where I can't forget. So let's price check my Scarabs, my Scarab folder. Let's just real quick price check it on bulk.tft trove. Let's hope it works this time. Before we even do that, so right now we get a whole bunch of Sanctuary, my old friend. Isn't it funny how end of last league I was getting Sanctuary from, I think it was Strand, because I spent a lot of time in Strand. Then I'm like, I'm going to switch to Toxic Sewers and I think it was Dunes, was it? Or City Square, one of them. I was bouncing them because I was getting the more expensive one. I think it was like Ziggurats or something. And now I just get Sanctuary mostly all the same. So like nothing's changed really. It's still just me and Sanctuary. I don't know why all the maps I like is always Sanctuary, but hey, Sanctuary is my home apparently. So Frenzy charge on hit is not too good. Minus 20 all res, not good either. Less recovery rate of life, not good. Reflect early, can't do it. Are these guys competing or something? Like, how did they just both pop? Maybe I became the highest listed? I don't know. But yeah, I got a divine. Okay, where were we? Reduce extra damage from crit, I don't care, but max power charges and power charge on hits is deadly for me. And it's also deadly for my minions. 100% increase AoEs. Now these are terrible mods for the boss itself. Move speed, attack speed, cast speed, max power charges, suppress. I don't like that less armor. Oh, less block rather. Oh, this is fine. This is fine. He has reflect phase, but the only person that does phase is my crush claw, and I think I can do without. I think it doesn't do enough phase to really matter. How much effect is this one scaling? It doesn't scale much in the way of effects. $19 points left. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to take a point from somewhere. I don't know where yet. Maybe here. Here. So now I have 20 points left. Now with those points I can take away this and have the 1 point. I'm not going to take away from here because there's this. Apparently had this sitting in my stash. Ooh, what eye level is this? 84. Ooh. God damn, is that expensive? For just the base? Because it's a 12 passive minion. It's very sought after. Congratulations. Because I'm like, I see that, I'm like, yeah, I would like that. I can craft with that. Like, I understand why people would want it. Then I realized, oh shit, it's actually expensive. So first T17 of the league, for me at least.
I need more mana.
We have the damage for the trash mobs. And maybe we will chill. We'll see. I would never do expedition in T17s. I'll tell you that much.
Hurry for the monsters around.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Do we have cooldown nerfs here? I don't see cooldown nerfs, but my convocation is acting up. But damage wise, we're chilling. Now the question is, can I do the boss? $1,200. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Like this map, I can actually deal with its mods because like ailments are no problem for me. Firstly, let's start there. Also, I just realized something with my current boots. I have absolutely no reason to go my current major pantheon because it gives me immunity to chills and freeze, like 100% chance to avoid chill. Well, there is no freeze immunity, so maybe not so useless. Yeah, not so useless. Why on earth the city square just drop yellow? I mean, this is comfortable. I won't lie, this is comfortable. Like, I've invested into my build, yes. But like last league, I would invest into my build and be sweating. When, like on the average mob pack, I'd be like, you know, I'm out there sweating, trying to just stay alive. I would dodge most. I wouldn't even clear the map fully. I would just like dodge most things. I would kill stuff, and then I would try to get to the end as quick as I could. So now, where is the final boss? You're in this general direction, aren't you? Makes me wonder if I could have done it with my last setup. I doubt it. Like before I got the +1 Spectre and all of this, I doubt I could have. Because like at the end of the day, I still have a lot more DPS than I did back then. I feel like I should do Blight, but I'm going to do the boss and then I'll come back for the Blight.
Be gone! Swift death! Inevitable! You will know pain! Be gone! Swift death! Be gone!
My guy, you could.
Inevitable! Be gone! Swift death! You will know pain! Swift death! Be gone!
Ow.
Inevitable! Swift death! Be gone! I will bathe this world in blood!
Bay that or whatever your name is, right? I can't see enough. I can't see enough. Like I'm trying to see where the things are so I can move around, but like it's just not working. Okay, he's dead.
Impressive, but futile. Swift death! Be gone! You will know pain! Swift death! Inevitable! Be gone! Swift death! Be gone! Inevitable! Swift death! You will know pain! Be gone! Swift death!
She says be gone, and by the time she says it, the swipe has already happened.
Be gone!
Like that should be the be gone thing.
Death! Inevitable! Be gone!
Where is she?
You will know pain!
And not before.
Be gone! Swift death! Inevitable! Be gone! Swift death! Be gone! Swift death! You will know pain! Inevitable! Be gone! Swift death! Swift death!
Okay. That wasn't that bad, but it was kind of awkward. I won't lie, it was kind of awkward. And the reason it was awkward is because I couldn't get close enough to her to do the damage to stop the thing. But like, I just have to assume when they are just casually spinning and they are, you know, whatever. When they are casually spinning, they don't do damage. It's when they do the big fast swing. That's when they. Okay, there's nothing here stopping them from being frozen or slowed, I think.
I need more mana. You're making me nervous.
Already? Huh. Interesting. I thought unique enemies were 10 damage and I could take 2 of them. I guess not. But anyways, either the ice one got overwhelmed, which I don't know how it got overwhelmed that quick, or it was immune to ice, but they didn't show immune to ice, so like, I don't know. Abominations are 50C. Their prices are going up. This is 40C. So I think if I really wanted to go ham on like T17 drops, what I would have to do is, you know, I was surprised for a second. I was like, did I drop 15 scarabs in this one map? But no, it's what I had already. I still don't get why I was dropping yellow maps, but what do I know? What do I know? We've unlocked our 6th map slots. Let's go back to Atlas 3. Atlas tree 3. Weird, kind of feels weird to say. Anyways, Johan, I feel like okay, we're not broke yet. Emphasis on yet. So we have how many hours? 2 hours here. We can just add all 9 hours. Cool. We just need to add a bit more so it gets us to morning. And next we just farm up for ports. We need to get our ports up. I'm not really, the reason I haven't upgraded my town hall too much is because I'm really not in a hurry to get to the point where I'm getting tier 10 troops. Like in theory I should, but I'm not willing for that gold cost to scale more than it already has, by much more at least. So yeah, the best thing, the only thing I can see myself doing is getting a third ship, so I would then need 5 more people, to which I then upgrade the town hall so the population goes up. But I think I can already do that, to be honest. So but yeah, that was a chill map. I didn't think I would be able to complete my first tier 17 because that was quite the budget. So if I wanted to add something to here, what would I add? What is the most sensible scare up to add to this combination? If I had to say, let me see, where's Frog? Oh yeah, I was supposed to check this, wasn't I? Frog, Scarab, select. You see what I mean? Oh, it finally showed. I have 7 divs in Scarab, with most of it being Harvest Scarab of Dublin, which I am currently using. And Ambush Scarab of Discernment, Ambush Scarab, Delirium Scarab of Paranoia, yada yada. But I have near like 7 div, 7.5 div, 7.6 actually. Is there a POB link? Just curious. I have a POB link. I could get it for you if you want. Just give me a second while I open it up. But yeah, this is my mid budget for the Forged Frostbearer. I was like, Frost. I'm like, nah. There you go. How you doing at this sense? Oh, at that sense. Okay. Yeah, sent. All right. I wanted to also see what this does. These sacrifices, I hear when you add them to a regular map, they increase quant. I want to be sure. Because if they do, yeah, 5% item quant. This can also apparently be used with Blight Ravage map. So let's try Blight Ravage map while we're at it to see how it feels. Blight. Violet, Indigo, Meteor Towers creates. There you go. You want to use those with Blight maps? Oh, yeah, Forged Frostbearers are pretty good for AFK Blight, but I think that's with a non-Raid Lord setup where you can get Explode AG. Then you can probably AFK like tier 13 blighted maps, pretty much. But for the Blight Ravage, we do this, we do this, we do this, and we do this. Then we go over here. I want to use the Maven Scarab for pack size, but I'm just going to use quality. Yeah, so this is what we have to work with. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mods. Consecrated Ground is rough, but the degen can be countered with Burning Ground, kind of, because they dot. That said, I think Consecrated Ground is based off of max health, so that might be to cry for. PoE wiki. On C, like it's not a flat health gain, it's regen 5% of max life per second. That is not something you want to see in a Blight Ravage map, I'll tell you that much. Now, this is 4 mods. I would rather have more, so cannot be stunned, cannot be run. We're not doing that. Chain. It's rough, but it's fine. We absolutely do not plan on eating abilities from them, so it is fine. And then we just fill this up with sacrifices. Frag, 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 frag. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't really need 10 of these. Okay. I misspelled my username. Thanks for calling that out. Adjacent. All right. Now it makes sense. And by the way, welcome. How you doing? How's your league start going? Are you also going Forge Frostbearers? This is a choke point. Are you going to do this? We can start it, to be honest. Yes, yes, I'm ballsy.
The blight is trying to spread. Let's see what this tower can really do.
Okay.
Put out new mycelium. New roots.
Both lanes have essentially been covered. We have a new lane to worry about. That side should be fine.
Divine power.
I need to be able to empower them from here, but
It's put out new mycelium.
for now that would have to do.
Roots.
This one comes through here.
It's branching, Exile.
Is there anything to worry about? All these areas have been covered up.
The blight is trying to spread.
Okay, so a new lane is out here, which means I'd rather they were kept out a bit, but I understand that that is currently not possible.
It's put out new mycelium. New roots. It's put out new mycelium. Divine power. New roots.
Oh fuck, wrong one. Oh well. I'm very hesitant to build anything on this area.
New roots. The blight is trying to spread. I like you better this way. When I'm ready and not before.
Some mobs made it through. I have to assume something got overwhelmed.
The blight is trying to spread.
I'm going to also do this just in case. I see here.
Branching, Exile.
I don't like that it's at a corner. So I'll put this one which is more central. And I'll also put this one here. Then I'll put this one here. Then at this corner, is there anywhere to worry about? No, it's just here. This area needs deep damage turrets. I'm gonna put one here. Why the fuck are y'all flying across lanes? Okay, good. You've been frozen. My guy, take a chill pill, okay?
Do not let them reach the purification pump.
Where did this one come from? Okay, everything is fine. We're chilling. My minions are still alive. It could be much worse. Let's try to get the back lines so that the pressure on the pumps is reduced a bit. Yo, these are some really bad lanes though. Like there's just no towers to work with. Like I had to basically rely on my shit, my DPS. It is so bad. Okay, so these are done. Now it's just the bosses left. So that one should be able to help out here.
I need more mana.
This is gonna be a while, huh? What are you doing there? You know the worst parts? They have like 40% more LE res, They also have less effect of curses, so I can't even reduce it. And what else did they have? Yeah, this would def take a while. How about I do this? This is when pen really kicks in.
When I'm ready and not before.
Now imagine if these fuckers were regenerating 5% of their life per second. Like, imagine. I feel like I shouldn't be able to die here because I have my block up and yeah, just focus firing, so Leech should, worst case scenario, be able to keep me alive. So I'm just going to focus just doing this. This is all we're gonna do. We're gonna sit here and we're gonna do this. And we're gonna know we're safe. Our minions are also safe. Yo, this rotating like frostbite genuinely makes me feel like it's still moving.
I need more mana.
Yeah, we're gonna be here a while. Not just how much health they have, like actually how much health they have. One's about to die at least. Smash. All right, now you can, I guess, kind of focus your mortars on one. And Banisher should be the one. I can't even imagine how long this would take if I didn't upgrade my build today. But then again, I built very defensively. I just didn't want to lose the map. Now that we're all focusing this one, you should be able to at least... we're going to turn off Determination and we're going to go with Zealotry for here. Big DPS boost. Look at the difference. And keep in mind, we're not even at 9 specters. We have a specter that's dead. This one shouldn't take nearly as long because we can just do this. Cool. Oh, that's the wrong one. I meant to do this. Determination. I don't want to just eat shit next map. Okay. Let's start from this corner. Nice. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna, I think I have made up my mind, and I want the smaller oils to show. Like, I want them to show. I like feeling like I'm clicking stuff for blights. Inefficient, sure. But I want them to show. I want to click them. Because it's like, worst case scenario, it's still the only place I get oils from. Uploading this. Okay, it's done. Maybe not clear oil. Clear oil is a bit of a stretch. Like that one in particular is singular clear oil. I don't want to pick up. Why did these show up? 5 linked bases. Oh. I don't think 5 links are worth anything anymore, so I can actually hide that. 6 links, maybe. Okay, it might have been updated. I don't think I'm going to gather enough of these to make gathering the breach rings worth it. We could still just gather the breach rings, but it's a lot of space investments to get them, I think.
Too much clutter.
You run a Blight Ravage map, you actually feel like you go loot. Whereas in the rest of the game, it's like, oh god. Betrayal. Okay, so it's 15 sulfites that's missing. I saw you. Woo! Now that was worth it. A second one? Really? Holy shit! 3 divines, 1 map! Who would have thought? I just dropped 3 fucking raw divines, my dude. Yeah, I think I'm gonna mute single clear oils. That's the only one I'm gonna mute. I don't want to pick up singles. If there are multiple, sure, I can deal with it. But single, eh. Adro, I'm gonna add a row, and clear oil is gonna be in here. I think sepia oil is the one below it, so that one should be there too. They should show up if they have stack size of higher than or equal to at least 3. No, 4. 4 is the cuts for them. Where is the rename? Small stack, low tier oil, apply, and then save and sync. So now I'm not going to see singular clear oils. Maybe I should make it greater than, so like 3 or higher. I don't mind picking up 2, but clear oil is like, now I'll leave it at 4. F it. What do y'all have? Trash. 5% PDR could be a decent base. People might want higher PDR though, but like as a base, it's not bad. It's tier 4 though. I'll put it up for like 20C. If it sells for 20C, I'm happy. Yeah, I put sepia in there too, so I don't see these small sepias. Like amber, I'm gonna use. So like ambers, I don't mind. But like when it comes to these sepias and the, what oils are you putting on your blight maps? I put 2 black, 2. Let me think. 2 silver, 2 opal, 2 black, and 3 amber. Those are the oils I put on them. Beautiful. And of course I juiced the map up with also juiced the map with sacrifice of midnight and yada yadas. I put all of those in there too. And what else? 20% quality. And that was basically it. Yeah, these are blight ravage maps, not blighted. But still, 3 raw divines is huge. Like even for blight ravage maps. Like when I juiced this map up, I did not think I was gonna drop divines. I'll be honest. I'll put this up for like 20C. See if it sells. What would you do for regular blighted maps? For regular blighted maps, let me think. You only have 3 spots. It depends on how strong your build is. But if your build can take it, I just want more scrolls of wisdom for no reason. If your build can take it, I would honestly go 1 amber, unless you're really strong. But 1 amber is fine. Then crimsons I find are pretty chill for blight ravage, like double crimsons. Or if you want to make the most per hour, the oil that makes it so they speed up is honestly not a bad choice. You make less per map, but you run more maps per hour, and as such, but only use that one if you can handle the extra speed. Synthesize attack speed. Is this useful? I think that's it, right? Yeah, no more lanes are active. Well, anyways, once I look at the oils, I can probably tell you their names. I believe it's this one that speeds it up. So like 1 amber and 2 of these, if you can handle it. If you cannot, then 1 amber, 2 crimsons are fine. And if you're not going crimsons, I think there's one that makes it so you can get additional rewards. I'll just use this as an example. No, it's not indigo. I think it's violet. Yeah, like 1 amber, 2 violets can be fine. but ideally I just go this combo right here. And if you don't, of course, like Kat said, if you do not want, if this is expensive, like you can't afford crimsons, Azures are the same thing but weaker pretty much, so you can also use that. I wonder, do you do anything? Okay, you don't do anything. I was very curious to see if it did anything to like blighted maps. It doesn't. That was a successful blighted map. I'll take it. Considering I was just running it just to see. Oh, so you can only use one of the different sacrifices at a time? Huh, okay. Okay, cool. Not bad. I got a decent chunk of chaoses too. Maybe I'll actually farm. Maybe tomorrow we're gonna do a Blight Ravage stream and just see how it goes. Because I enjoy the maps, but first I'm trying to get as far as I can with my town, which is why I'm not spending too much time in Blight Ravaged. So where are my scarabs? They're here. Only thing I want to say is I need to add a scarab. I'm currently doing Betrayal and Harvest. I could add Cornucopia, but that'd be a significant investment into said map. What is a decent scarab I can add that isn't expensive and isn't hard to get? I guess I could remove Chance for June and go for June scarab, but that seems like I already do that for Sulfite, so you don't need Amber at all for regular. It depends on your build, really. Like, you kind of do, because if you get bad placements, you might have to build more towers. That's why I always just recommend like at least one Amber, unless like your build can actually stall lanes itself. But like if you're like fresh League Star gear, you aren't even doing red maps yet, you definitely cannot hold up a lane yourself. So you need all the help you can get from your towers. They aren't required once you have a bit of damage. Well, before then, I keep forgetting to do this. I'm just gonna do it now. This is Bone Offering. Spell Echo also needs to go. Forge Static Witch. Forge Frostbearer. There you go. Next things next. My Tempest Shield is off for some reason.
Ah, good stuff. Dying for a bit of Biffo.
I've been looking for someone to kill. It's overly.
What's that? No what?
Go on, do it.
Leo is good. Leo and Haku are the people I want to be here, so Leo, we rank you up. Ashlyn, I don't really care.
The question now, Exile, is whether or not you're foolish.
You just chill towers on choke at start and save points for other lanes, then you do DPS. I think you underestimate how bad your lanes can be sometimes. Like in terms of your, what's it called? In terms of your, these are vicious, okay. In terms of tower placement, some can be really bad, like really bad, and you might have to like build some ahead, and if you build some ahead, it might not block all the lanes that spawn out, and you then have to kill to get the money to build more. It can get out of hand very quick with when you have lower budget. Like when you have higher budget, it doesn't matter as much, because in worst case scenario, you just kill stuff with your actual damage. Like in theory, it's simple, but a lot can go wrong. And when you don't have the budget to even have the damage in the first place, you don't want those maps that just end with you losing. Those feel really bad because it feels like you just wasted money. So Amber is there to make sure like you get return on your investment pretty much. Heck, you could even go 3 Amber and just build towers for DPS. Granted, that's overkill and you're throwing money out the window because you could just get more per map. But like, if someone in that situation were to tell me they use 3 Amber, I wouldn't even bat an eye. It's fine. Like, cause keep in mind, you're using the extra skill up for, let's say, for juicing. Yes, it's fine, but there's no worse profit than filling the map. Nothing would hurt your profit per hour more than filling the map. So having that 1 Amber to mitigate, I didn't get this. Having that 1 Amber to just help mitigate this. Where does that speed come from? I got a burst of speed when I click this thing, and I'm not sure where it came from, and it happens sometimes. I'm not sure why. I just gained a burst of speed. But yeah, that's the way I see it anyways.
Witness the start of a new world order.
You might lose 1 in 100. I agree to disagree because like just this league starts. I know I lost. I remember one. I didn't run that many blighted maps to even begin with, but I remember losing 1 already. Just based. What's this? Oh, he would be surprised even with that enchant. Trust me. Like. That enchant on paper is really good, but something weird happens sometimes. Like for example, this league, start of this league, I'm using myself as an example. There were so many regular blights, like blight in maps, where I would put a chilling tower on a lane, and the bosses who are not immune to chill just walk through. The same thing happened today, and these are not even bosses that are they're not immune to chill. They just waltz on through. Oh, you can.
This way, Exile.
Okay, let me pull up you. This is the best I can do. This is today's stream. Where is the T17 I was working on earlier? I think it was here. No, this was when I was fighting the boss. And this was the blights. So like, look at this. There's ice here. Fully upgraded. There's ice here. Fully upgraded. I have stun here. I don't have empowered. Just the ice. They come here. It's like, okay, cool. I upgrade this one. Cool. They aren't a lot there yet. I'm clearing this. I'm trying to create. See this? You see this? There's no immunity to chilling turrets. But look at this. They aren't off. They're being hit. And I have the anoint, by the way. I am an anoint user. You did bad. How is this bad placements? You said with this tower you never lose. The tower is there. It's not upgraded. Why would I put stun tower there when there's this lane that is stun immune? This is chilling. It should hit there. Like there's no reason why it waltz past there. There is nothing here saying chance to avoid elemental ailments. Very rarely. I'm telling you, this league, it has happened very frequently. It's not rare anymore. This league, it is not rare. It happens. Like I lost so many maps when I was on my League Star gear because of this. Just as an example. Like, this isn't bad tower placement. It's right there where it can hit everybody. This one is where all the ice is, where all the lanes intersect at the bottom side. Like, all the lanes intersect where the ice is. So there's no lane that it doesn't hit. It is currently shooting at the monster. If I go into my character, you can see I have the anoint. A DPS tower wouldn't solve it. No, it wouldn't, but having more layers of DPS towers can prevent that from going through. Now, this is, of course, we're not talking about, like, we aren't talking about what's it called, in-map blights. We're talking about blighted maps. But like with blighted maps, if you have the amber oil, say she draws a lane towards the right, you go to the right, you build towers, you try to get your fire to like level 4, you get your ice, your stunning and your empower going, assuming you have the placement for everything. Now you don't have, and then the next wave she spawns on the left, you don't have the currency yet to build towers here to stall them. You don't. I'm not saying you should drop oil. I'm saying if you have worse gear and you don't have the DPS to stop, like, I'm talking about a certain state of the game. Newer players and people who are at a certain level of investment or a certain level of DPS should do this, not you in particular. Like for me, if I had to do it now, I don't need the amber oil. But even with the setup I had as of yesterday's stream, where I was still doing the same content and I was comfortable pushing quant and everything, I was in a, let's say 6 divine setup, just because I overspent, but like 6 divine setup for I would still use an amber oil in that state. Now I don't need it because I have a lot more DPS, but like yesterday I would 100%.
When I'm ready, I'm not before.
It just helps, A, and B, it's like quality of life. You don't have to think too hard about your tower cost because you're more reliant on them. But like if you don't go any amber, you are very reliant on yourself. That's just the truth. You are very reliant, unless you're like not doing, if you're not doing like red blighted maps, that's another thing. If you're not doing red blighted maps, that's a different case, you know. If it's yellow, then I can see reasons why you might not want to use amber ores, because like the mobs already have less health. But if you're doing tier 13, 14 to like 14 to 16, I should say, and you're at that stage of the game, go for it. These two are not taking damage because, oh, I see why, because of you. Is there anything else? Didn't I pick? Oh. You still disagree? I mean, agree to disagree, I think. Oh, Jannar. We don't necessarily have to agree either. That's fine. Your reason blight is good because you don't need gear. Yeah, you don't need gear, but gear helps. Gear helps big time. Like you can, in theory, just be fully. What are you about to do? Explode? You can, in theory, just be fully dependent on your towers, and that is fine. But like, you need to have the currency to be able to build said towers during the instance. That's the way I see it, and Amber helps you do that. You should only go Amber, or you should only go Amber if you are learning, otherwise it's a waste of oil. Agree to disagree, I guess. We don't have to agree on this. That's the thing, we really don't. What happened to you in the video was a bug. It is not an intended mechanic. I'm inclined to agree because like it makes absolutely no sense why that happened the way it did. But in a blighted map, if that were to happen, I feel like if they ignore one ice tower, they might not ignore the next, or they might. I don't know. I haven't experienced it fully in a blighted map per se. I can't say I have. I can't say I haven't either, because blighted map shit goes wrong and you're not sure why it goes wrong sometimes. Like many times I can tell you why shit went wrong, but like there are those times where like I just put it to the tower got overwhelmed. But like looking at that clip, that tower was not overwhelmed. The trash mobs were being killed. It was far from being overwhelmed. It just is what it is. It's an anomaly. It's not the norm. They not all towers, dude. It's fucked, but it's really rare. It's not that rare. Like, it's the reason I stopped using my first tree during league starts, like my blight tree, was because I was failing so many blights because of it. I had my anoints. Like, I didn't have my meteor anoint, but I had gotten my anoint for what's it face for chilling towers, because I know how important it is. It's more expensive, but that was the anoint I got first. Because I love the anoint, but I felt so many like in map blights because of it. Again, not I'm not talking about blighted maps. I'm talking about in map blights. But with what do you call it? Blighted maps. How was my blighted map experience? I didn't do too many, but I do remember one time where it just really screwed me up with placements, where I was like, there was a tiny gap in the middle where there was no freezing tower, because initially it gave me like left and right. It didn't give me the middle, so there was a tiny gap in the middle, but I blocked it off ahead, something like that, and I built like an empower tower or something. So I think the one I had got overrun or something, so they got through to where there was the dead spot, and because of tower placement there was nothing I could do there. But if I chose to put more amber there, because I think at the time I had 1 amber, I could have easily with my investment done 2 amber, and I would have been fine, because I would then have had the currency to build more ahead. In any case, what I'm saying is, if you are still reliant on towers, you use amber oil. Period. It's that simple. If you're not, then I mean, because like I have been bitten in the ass too many times relying on just the chilling tower, and where it just doesn't turn out the way I think. Whether that's due to a bug, I don't know, but that is the experience I have seen. That is the experience I have seen personally, where shit just happens sometimes. Is it a bug? It could be. It could also be. It could also be something else. I don't know. I can't tell you that you're not gonna experience that in blighted maps or blight ravage maps. Whenever mobs get to a chilling tower, I get antsy because I don't know if it's going to stop them or not. Even if on paper it should, I don't know if it's actually going to stop them. And that's why, like, I always prioritize putting those, like, I always prioritize putting stun towers with them or putting empowering towers, because I feel like empowering towers stop what it is that I experience in that map. And if I put an empowering tower instead of a seismic tower, maybe it helps, but maybe it doesn't. There's no way for me to test it. It's literally impossible to test it. But being able to build more towers is never a downside. What betrayal job have I started, my guy? Really? Bruh. Y'all are making me go out of my way.
The quickest way to this woman's heart is by carving out another. Fight's done, Redblade. Information now.
This is, I don't care who's here.
You are brutal. Blessings, Salah.
But yeah, my advice for Ravage is still Amber and the rest. Amber and then 2 of the others. Preferably Crimson. But if you don't want Crimson, that's also understandable. You can go for the other blue one that does the weaker Crimson essentially. I wonder what I dropped just now. I'll look at it in my hideout. And of course, if your build can handle it, then you can always drop the Amber Oil. It is very dependent on the state of your build at the moment you're running the map. And if you find that 1 Amber Oil is still dicey, go ahead and use 2.
I don't see God.
Ranks must be earned. And by losing, my fellow soldiers here have failed.
Whatever.
A truce.
There was no good option there. I have looped somehow. Why was I able to loop? Oh, I get why. Because I turned right and I didn't keep turning right. That's on me. Okay. I messed up. I should have kept turning right. So this is how I would have gone to where I wouldn't loop. I mixed up my directions and so I looped. The feeding frenzy is already okay. We need to make the conscious effort to not level anything up. Anything in this batch is not getting leveled up. Just right click. Those are all fodder for the ring. I forget the name of the ring. Hungry loop. So we did not level them up. I hope I didn't level up any by accident. I don't think I did, but I didn't realize it until like later.
This way, Exile. We need not the fruit, just the juice.
Whew. My phasing was off there. Where did you come from? Oh, was it like his second life? 2 to 1.
I need more mana.
Yo, this avoid being chilled is gonna be so good for what's it called, for running these like blue altars, because like chilled ground tilts me more than it probably should, but being slow has this draw on me where it's like I just can't stand it. Gameplay instantly feels worse the moment I'm slow. I don't know if anyone else is like this, but like the moment I feel like I'm too slow, I stop having nearly as much fun as I probably would if I was just 10% movement speed faster or something. And like for like example, when I was with my old setup, when I had Bones of Volur, I mean, I had to do it for power, but like it's irked me so much being that slow. And whenever this was off, I would feel it, which is why I honestly have so much like investment into like Nico, because I'm like, At least when I'm in maps, I don't have to deal with it. So I'm not gonna deal with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think, and I could be wrong on this, but I think I got all of them to not level up. Tell me I did. Yeah, this one is 17. So these ones I think I'm gonna sell, because I have no intention of using meat shield and the others. I probably should have brought a replacement. My brain didn't brain right there. I should have brought replacements. We have Ellie Army. We're gonna put Ellie Army, and we have Bone Chill currently leveling up here. So Bone Chill is gonna go straight in there into the ring. So the next time we get Torah in research, we need to use it on probably Bone Chill, to be honest. I want Bone Chill sooner rather than later. So what am I buying? What is something I think I might want to use in the future? More duration comes to mind, but none of them are red. I could recolor them to red though. But more duration comes to mind for something that I might want to feed into a ring at some point. So we're going to buy one. We have 4 slots left. What else am I thinking? Feeding Frenzy, of course, is a no-brainer. It's universally liked. Minion Life is another one that I could decide I want to have some of. So we're gonna put 2 of those, and then we just do 3 more Feeding Frenzy. And if I think of anything else, I'll just put it in there. Nah. Yeah, this seems fine. Okay, let's see, what do we have here? We have a lot of T1 life regen and T1 fire res. This is huge for RF. RF would love this. So if I can, what am I looking for in terms of unveiled suffix? I guess let's see what I get, because I can't really block anything. Suffixes are full already. Regen ES per second while this. I'm thinking they actually want this or this. Like, RF goes Chieftain and they build towards Int, so Int is probably not a problem. Dex is sort of a problem. But I think Chaos Res and Lightning Res is just more universal. And then I just have to craft life on it. Okay, 52. So how much am I gonna sell this for is the question now. There shouldn't be anything like it. This is the biggest selling point. The next one is 15C. What are you? This one has 15C. Increase early damage with attacks on these prefix. It has life, it has regen, cold res, and then chaos res. But its max life is tier 3 with 106, so that's good. I am missing a prefix. No, I'm not. I crafted max life. Never mind. I'm gonna put this up for more expensive than 15C. How much? I'll put 50. I'll start off with 50. I think 50 should be enough. And anyone who's interested would actually reach out for that. It's not too expensive and it's not too cheap either. Like if I was making RF, I'd see 50 and I think I could still afford it, or I could splurge for it. If it's not even a splurge, it's really cheap in comparison to what you get. You are going to put a red on you somewhere. There. I may have bought one too many feeding frenzies, eh? Because I have Ellie Army there. I don't have Ellie Army in here, so this is my primary Ellie Army. So feeding frenzy just has to go there. Then I'm gonna use you for these gems. Let me see how much you're going for right now. Max level 19. Someone is selling for a divine. The next lowest is 50 chaos. Those are the only two that are on the market. I think I'm gonna put it around, I want to say 60, 70. Oh yeah, let's make this public. This is a feeding frenzy, right? 3 feeding frenzy and 2 meat shields. And then for the meat shields, what are we looking at? Actually, I could just do meat shield instead here. Meat shield supports 80 to 100. I'm gonna do you know what? Let's take this off the markets. We'll leave one of each on the market so we don't flood it, and we'll go from there. Before I forget, we need to switch back to this, and let's see how much our next upgrade for Johan is, because we're done with farming, so farming is giving us a lot of resources. Next is ports. Nothing else. 18k, we have 31. They're fine for 8 hours, and I'm probably gonna still farm today so I can afford to do this.
Oh, we'll have the mightiest fleet on Rayclast.
You mean a fleet of 3? Okay. So now I just need to have this one fully decked out. It's not, so until we get more ship people. I'm probably gonna fire that mining guy. I see no reason to have him. Select ports. Oh, you need blue xanthemum. 8k. My next upgrade doesn't need anything from there, right? Yeah, it's just 32k. Okay. 50% more rewarding. Oh, this is the final upgrade. You know, I didn't realize I was rank 10 shipping. 32k gold is gonna be everything that's in. It's basically everything I have right now, which means I'll need to run some maps, but I'm gonna pull the trigger. Fuck it.
Time to make some bribes. Donations.
Okay, so we've gotten to 2 extra maximum ranks today. So what are we going to do next? I have 2 things in mind. A, town hall. Town hall is big. I kind of want to upgrade the town hall. B is map running, because my map running currently is literally useless. Like literally.
We haven't got anything to disenchant.
I don't think map runners can make gold, can they? I don't know what the highest level does, but like map running is the one thing I have explored the least. One technically, this is like right up there too. What don't I have? Oh, I do. Okay, it's gold I don't have. There's nothing I can add, right? Yep, I'm broke. I'm very broke. Bloodthorn, it's fine. In the meantime, I don't see myself upgrading tonight, so just go.
I'll give him the word.
For you, you need wheat. You need how much wheat? You still need like 14k. So for the wheat, we're gonna put same 8k in there. Oh my lord, I forgot to put the powder. That's on me. I should have remembered. Oh well. I should have remembered. Oh. What links are you using in your hungry loop? Currently I am using feeding frenzy and additional accuracy. But I plan to add elemental army and bone chill. Those are the 2 extra links I plan to add. The idea is Bone Chill, so long as my race specters or transients are able to apply a chill, they would get they would increase the chill, their damage taken by the maximum amount of chill on the target, which is the ones provided by my forged Frostbearers. Sometimes I forget their names, because that's how Bone Chill works. An early army, because I'm giving them a lot of flat cold damage and I'm scaling cold damage, so in theory they should do enough cold damage to where they apply cold exposure. So those are what. And then we have Feeding Frenzy for obvious reasons, and additional accuracy because we're not scaling accuracy anywhere, and we're not intentionally summoning like spellcasters or something. We don't know what we're going to summon, so we need accuracy, or we're not gonna hit.
All that time in the darkness has... No more prison.
Divination cards. I don't really care about divination cards. I don't know that Toxic Sewers has a decent divination card pool.
I'll only tell you what I...
Actually, let's check. Toxic Sewers is where it's this alt. Yeah, you don't have good divination cards, my guy. Oh look, Demon of the Drowned. That's a specter I've always thought looked cool, but it's cool, quote unquote, looking abilities on a long ass cooldown. I don't, as with most of the other specters that I think are cool, sadly.
The bargainer. Let steel taste blood once more. You are no thing of God.
Oh my lord, someone asked me for POB. Did I post it? I think I did. Okay, yeah, I did. Okay.
Perhaps our goals align.
Stay alive. Like I basically had a mini panic where I was like, did I forget? No, but I did. I didn't forget. It's there. Oh, maps drop? Sure.
I need more mana.
Hopefully if we drop it tier 17 it gets duplicated.
You would assault our goods? Barbaric.
For your...
If anyone asks where you got such wondrous gifts, well, tell them it was me.
Oh, and by the way, for anyone who might be curious as to what my links are, or no, not my links, what my gear looks like, you can, Twitch has that extension where you can see their items, where you can see like the streamers items, and I have that, so you can look at what my gear stats look like. And if you're more curious as to how much I've invested, I would say the investment looks something like this. Is going for cheap now. 1 divine for the level 2. So 1 divine, this is a few chaos. This was less than a divine, or was it divine? Was about a divine or a bit less, so 3 so far. This is the most expensive piece, so we'll come to that later. This has cost me 30 chaos or something to turn up to a divine. This was dirt cheap. This was literally my League Star glove. I use it to get C60 maps. This one I bought for a few chaos, like not a few, but like 30-40 chaos. So like, let's say all the smaller, less than whatever chaos is like 1.5 div total. I don't think it's up to, or let's say that. This one I bought for like 30 something chaos. The gems, I would say I've spent like 2 divines on my ghastly eye jewels between these and the ones on my passive tree, and this too. I crafted this myself, and I would say I spent maybe 30-40 chaos to craft it. Let's say 50. So instead of 1.5, we're going to take it up to 3 divines from all these chaos things. So three divines, give or take. So 3 divines there, 2 divines, 5. This is one of those ones. 5 divines on most of everything. Then this one being the most expensive, I bought the base 1.5. Then I spent 4 divines and some change getting it to where I wanted it stat wise. So that's 5.5. Then 6 linking it cost me another 2 points, basically 2.5 divines, give or take. So that's 4, 1.5, 5.5, and then 2.5. So 8 divines. So 8 divines plus 5 divines is like 13 divine budget. So if we want to be safe, like like high bullets, 15 divines is the budget for this current character. And then my hungry loop and whatnot, I leveled up myself. My race spectre, I leveled it up myself, and I got 2120 on it. God, I was very lucky. Well, was very, very lucky. I got a harvest scarab of Dublin. I've been getting a lot of those lately. Nice. Woo! We got shotgunned. All right, let's not just stand there like we have nowhere to be. Especially with our debuffs or lack of PDR. I can't raise anything up. But I did raise a primal crush claw, so I'm chilling. Jeez, we got very unlucky with this blight over this harvest. We only got 3 plots, and 2 of them were just less than what I would like. I am lagging. Okay, we have 2 hours going there. We want to get this up to... We want to get this up to how many hours?
You would assault our goods?
9-ish hours, but I don't need to get it up to 9 hours now. I'll just get it up to like 3 hours and call it a day. Then we can... Then we'll end stream and come back tomorrow.
If you cut a Parandus...
Giannis needs to go here.
Please put the knife down.
Like Giannis should be in intervention, but I'm hoping someone in intervention wants to swap with Giannis.
I'm tired of this syndicate. I'm going to give going solo a try. That's how I used to be, you know.
A big tough man like you should be fine in solid.
30 chaos for something. I don't remember what, but there's something that I'm selling for 30 chaos apparently. I feel like this is something I listed recently. Oh, it's not too recent. This is an older one. I think this might have been my old helmet, to be honest. I think it was actually. Yeah, I think that was my old helmet.
When I'm ready and not before.
Yeah, I don't care about that. One thing I always forget to check is if there's divination cards on the other end. To be fair, I actually typically do. Like, I glance at this one, is I just barely pay it any mind, so sometimes I feel like I forgot it, and sometimes I think I do forget it. So this is not improved. No. Oh yeah, we need to do this. I just remembered. The reason we need to do this is one thing I want to see. I feel like my life flask doesn't give me as much health as I expect life flasks to. It could be just the quality, but maybe it's just the quality. Like, it's so slow. I'm gonna mess around with this. Actually, I'm gonna get I'm gonna pick up an eye level 83 one and just start that one from, you know, scratch. I really don't like doing labyrinth. Jeez, how did I miss that? Bro, there's no way I missed the jump. Maybe I just need the quality of my frost blink so you can go further. What the hell? There's still one more?
When I'm ready, not before.
An emperor must bear two blades. Hope in the left hand.
That was probably not worth my time.
Surety in the right.
Probably not worth my time. Unless it's actually, because the only reason I'm doing it is someone already needs a meat shield, huh? Okay, let's go. It's in bulk. 79. Thank you. Unique. Dump it here. And how much are you going for? 3 chaos here. You are not worth my time. I'm better served just literally buying you if I ever need it. Oh my god. And I proceed to keep maps in there. Toxic sewers. There we go. That's the one. I have these rings somewhere. Jeweler orbs, divination cards, nah. I would have expected the feeding frenzy to sell before the meat shield, I'll be honest. But I guess people use it for AG more than they use it for respect or transience, eh? And AG doesn't like feeding frenzy, but he does love meat shield. I don't remember exactly where this thing was. I do not remember, but I know it was like somewhere in this network of tunnels, like here or something. There it is. Yep, that's where it is. Exactly where I pointed to even.
This way, Exile. We need not the fruit.
Just the juice.
I need more mana.
One in 8. Oh, meat shields fly off the shelf. What the hell? Like, I should be leveling up meat shields right now, not freaking frenzy. God damn. It is going. Come on. Something is still alive there. Really? I mean, kudos for the efforts. One thing I love Trigger for is the uptime on like offerings. One thing I hate it for is the downtime on desecrates for other purposes. Paradoxica is here. Bunky bunk, I'm molten. So we actually made a good chunk of money on stream today. Like a very healthy chunk. Like, I'm surprised. Like 3 raw divines. If we look at my pilfering ring, I have 7. And 3 of them were from just that one blighted map. So maybe I'll run some more blight ravage maps, to be honest. Like, seems pretty good. We have taken 273,000 steps since we started counting. And that's pretty good. Only we've dropped more divines than we have exalted. Our luck this league is better. And of course, no mirrors, Saj. It is what it is. Yeah. Let's go to Johan. All of this. Yep, it is enough. All right, so this is where we're gonna end our stream. We got enough gold for King's March, thankfully. So this should buy me time till I'm ready to grind some more later today. and I should be recording my video or my guide for the medium budgets and everything you need. This medium budget isn't even complete because it's missing 2 divine investment in the wand to get some more minion damage, as well as the enchant that should give me more minion damage. And all of that, in fact, I can actually do that now before I end stream. So let's do that. Remove Desecrate, remove Bone Offering, because we're going to lose the Spectre doing this. And I don't have to resummon or Desecrate it. We have 2 divines and we have this one. So all we have to do really is do this. We just have to go here and craft. Can have up to 3 crafted mods. Just to confirm, he has 2 suffixes. Yes, he does. So we put that on, 2 divines gone. But then we can do minion damage for this. So that's 4 chaos. Hopefully we get a good roll. 52, nice. Then we get trigger. Trigger is socketed skill with this. Yes. So we just got 53% increased damage, and then we are going to be going. You know, on second thought, let's just slot this in for now. It's somewhere here. Okay, cool. Desecrate, Bone Offering. Turn on my auras. Then what's next? And I don't think I can afford the enchantment I'm thinking about. I don't think I can.
How goes the adventure?
Minion, deal increased damage. I don't think I have the levels to put this one on, this enchant on, not this one in particular, like this higher one. I think you can put it when you're at the higher level. I don't exactly know what this does. I should probably find out what this does at higher levels. But I think there's a recipe that you can get higher than 39% increase, so you can get like another 50%, which is practically like having a T1 increased damage mod on it. That said, I can put 39% for the life runes, I think. Do real life runes, right? Let me just confirm real quick. Wand, life, no, minion. So this one. 39% life runes, 45 life runes, and I do have a decent chunk of life runes. I think it's like 20 something. 14, oh. But these are like 1C a pop. And like 3 for 1C even. Oh, 3 kills for 1, never mind. What am I saying? 3 kills for 1. So they're like 3C each. So the craft 40 something in total is 10 is 30 times 4, 120 is like a divine. That's an expensive craft though. I mean, it's damage, but like that's an expensive craft. A divine. Oh, on top of being boring. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna be back tomorrow. I might try to find out what the runesmithing bench does, if it allows better upgrades than what I just saw. And if it does, then we are going to upgrade it before we enchant our wand. And if not, we might just enchant it. And then this one is going to keep us happy until we are ready to get our +2 aggressive wand. That will be in the high budget version. So like that's outside the scope of this medium budget. So I'm not going to bother with that. Anyways, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the company. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow, same time. Till then, good night.